What's up, guys? I Formulate. We're back on Tiermaker. Today, we're going to be ranking the Paranormal Activity series. I've watched every movie. I've recently just watched the new one, Next of Kin. So I kind of want to make a list of my favorite ones from best to worst. We have Satan tier being the best, great, good, meh, and the trash ones, which there will be a trash one. Which one will it be? So, without further ado, let's rank them. Know which one I'm putting in the Satan tier. And we might start off with it. Paranormal Activity 1 is going in the Satan tier. Why? The movie came out in 2007. This movie took almost barely any money to make, and it made fucking millions, man. Made millions. This was box office hit. I remember when it first came out in theaters, how old was I? Fuck, man. I was a teenager, I think. I was a teenager for sure. And going to watch this in theater at the time, like, this was something new for horror films. Like, okay, it's all filmed in one household. Micah and Katie, which Micah, the whole movie, Micah was weird. Not gonna lie, Micah was weird. Katie did really well. Starts off a little slow. Micah keeps trying to. I don't want to have any spoilers. If you haven't seen it, you should have already seen the first Paranormal Activity, I would hope. But Micah buys a Ouija board, and Katie wants him to get rid of it, but he won't. And they want to see if there's like a demon, if their house is haunted. And just the footage that gets captured in this, like, for the time being in 2007, dude, it was terrifying, horrifying. The baby powder, the footprints being in the baby powder, that scared the shit out of me. The sheets being pulled off of the bed when they were sleeping during the night, that scared me. Katie being dragged out of the room, terrifying. It's going in the Satan tier because at the time, it's the first movie of the series, and it was incredible. It was great. Moving on, let me know in the comments below what your favorites are. We're going to Paranormal Activity 2, which I think I want to put in the good, but I don't think there's any. We're putting in the great category. Paranormal Activity 2. Reason I'm putting it in the great category is because there's so many new camera angles. I love that the movie mainly flips around, like the family hangs up. So first off, the movie is starring Christy, aka Katie's sister, and Christy has a son named Hunter, and Hunter is the first male child born in their family since like the 1930s. And there's like this ritual, there's like this curse on the family dating way back that the family, they could just, no one could have male childs, and the first male child they want to sacrifice them. So I'm not going to get into any more of that, but it's great because the family hangs up a bunch of cameras around their house to see, like, if anyone's breaking in. They think someone's breaking into their home, but what they don't realize is the house is haunted. They're trying to get the son. But it did great. The dog, there's so many scenes in this where the babies, whoever this actor was for the baby, they fucking pay this baby millions, man. Set them up for the rest of their life, because this is the best baby I've seen in any movie act. It really is. Obviously, there's a scene where, like, the baby falls out of the crib. Obviously, they use the doll for that, but there's scenes where the dog's barking, and it just creates so much tension. I love that the film's bouncing off from the rooms of the house. It's going in the great category. I think it's unmatched. The ending's great. It's going in the great category. Paranormal Activity 3 now. Paranormal Activity 2 actually came out in 2010. Forgot to mention that. Paranormal Activity 3 came out the very next year in 2011. This is going in the good category for me. So the film is based off mainly just Katie and Christy when they were younger, like in 1988, I believe. That's where the setting was, and this movie was good. It did a lot of the similar things to the first two, but it still created a great tension. It was scary, and it gave you more plot on Katie and Christy, especially from their younger age, and it's going in the good category because of that. This movie, Paranormal Activity 3, actually made the most money out of any movie in the series. Insane. Insane to me. Next, Paranormal Activity 4 came out in 2012. This one, I love Catherine Newton in this. The movie starts you off thinking, like, okay, it's a different family. Cool. Well, a family across the street adopts this kid named Robbie. Robbie, weird kid, man. Weird little kid in this movie. And something happens to the family, not spoiling anything, but Catherine Newton and her family basically are watching Robbie now for a while. They're watching Robbie while the other family deals with their shit. Not gonna spoil anything, like I said, but Robbie was just a weird kid. There's scenes where Catherine Newman's sleeping and Robbie's just staring at her during the night. I'm putting this in the good category. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. Gotta get a lot of shit with it because Paranormal Activity 4, it copied a lot of stuff from the previous movies. They didn't really show anything new, but what I did like from it, they used the Kinect. Remember when Xbox 360 came out with the Kinect? They used the Kinect camera for a lot of the nights, and it was so cool. There's so many scenes with the Kinect camera where you have the demon moving and stuff, and I love that. The ending was but I love Catherine Newman as an actor. When I was a teenager when this came out, and fell in love with her. Fell in love with her acting, and I'm putting in the good category because of it. I know I'm gonna get shit for it, but the movie, it wasn't great. It was probably one of the worst out of the series. I'm not going to lie. It belongs in the meh category. We'll leave it in the meh category because that's where it belongs. Moving on, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. It's going in the trash category for me. It really is. This movie failed to provide any new thrills. That makes sense. It copied a lot of the other movies, and at this point in the series, like, you already have 4 Paranormal Activities released. Like, do something new. The story was bland, very bland. It's in the trash categories. It doesn't deserve me talking anymore about it. Go watch it. You'll understand why. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, came out a year later after the marked ones. Came out in 2015. It's going in the med category for me. Yeah, it's going in the med category for me. Stars his family around Christmas time. The husband's brother moves in from a breakup. This daughter, her name's Layla, and she has this imaginary friend named Toby. And the Ghost Dimension, it really provides a lot of information on basically the curse, going back to the past, the curse and stuff. Ghost Dimension, it created the atmosphere was great. It had some good moments. The brother finds this box of old videotapes and a old large video camera, and the video camera, it was cool. Carried it around a lot, and I think it created a new aspect of filming in these movies. Like in Paranormal Activity 1, Micah mainly like has his video camera moving around in a bunch of scenes, but a lot of the scenes in Paranormal Activity was his camera on a tripod, just watching the room in the hallway. But Ghost Dimension, it wasn't bad. It was meh. It's meh. I like Paranormal Activity 4 a lot better, like I said. The most recent Paranormal Activity came out in 2021. It's called Next of Kin. This is the one I recently watched. I'm putting it in the good category. Why? It should honestly belong in the meh category. Let me give you the reasoning. Next of Kin just had a completely different storyline. Nothing really about Katie or Christy at all. I love this movie because it's a setting in this Amish family. Amish, quote unquote. It's actually just a fucking terrifying cult. They're not really Amish at all. They look Amish. They're frauds. Trust me. But there's a lot of the snow setting was great. Any horror movie with snow, it's got an upper hand for me. And there's scenes in this movie where they have cheesy jump scares with the kid's face popping up, kid popping up in a window, and it was just, there's a lot of cheesy jump scares that were just bland to me, that weren't necessary. That's why I want to put it in the meh category, but I'm going to put it in the good because the ending of this movie, I love the ending of Next of Kin. It's just the last 10 minutes, total chaos. And in the very end of the movie, there's this scene where it's filming. I'm trying not to spoil anything. It's filming from inside a cop car, like a cop car dash cam that I fucking loved. I thought that was very unique. It was different. I'm putting in the good category, but the story was just, they probably could have not even named it Paranormal Activity and got away with it because it had really nothing to do with the others. But with that being said, let me know how I did. Let me know your opinion of my tier list for Paranormal Activity. I think the very first one's the same tier. I think it's the best. When it first came out, that's none of their movies will ever top the beginning. Paranormal Activity 3 I liked. 2 I liked more. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.